welcome to the One Shot Podcast, the occasional podcast, the panwriterblocks.com. I'm, of course, your host, Rafi. I'm here with the fantasy David.
Hello.
The occasional Brendan.
Hello.
And the astonishing Seth. Why
Changing
are you...
it up today.
Okay. This is your decision. Okay. You
This
woke
is
up
a new lifestyle. You better be okay with it.
making this choice.
Better be fucking okay with it.
So, we don't have a lot of news this week. So, we're going back to the basics and doing an old-fashioned versus episode.
I guess you can say the only news we had is no news.
But yeah, we're doing a versus episode between two teams that are not looking very good right now in terms of how Marvel is treating them. These two teams are the Guardians of the Galaxy, who of course lost their director and are in a pretty weird place right now with Hot Christmas and all this stuff.
Hot Christmas.
So we got the Guardians of the Galaxy, specifically the movie version of them,
Okay.
versus the Netflix version of the Defenders. Another team of characters who are being, let's say, shoved out of the Marvel Universe because of their Netflix shows ending. So in a way,
Do they still retain
Guardians
their
won in
beats
that-
they
in that
have in the
regard.
comics?
no. They are limited to what they've done on TV and in the movies. Additionally, so the team might be a little bit altered, so I'll give you the lineup of each team, okay? So on the Defenders side, we have Punisher, even though he wasn't a Defender, Iron Fist, Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, Daredevil, and Elektra. So now all these characters are Defenders, but they're in the realm of the Netflix series. And then on the Guardians of the Galaxy, we have Mantis, Rocket Raccoon, Groot, Gamora, Drax, and Star-Lord. So I have a couple of these fights lined up. Basically how this works is I give you what the fight is, and we kind of just talk about who would win.
Mm-hmm.
I'll put in our votes, basically.
Okay.
It works pretty well because, of course, there's three of you guys, so there won't be any ties. So you guys will be doing the voting. So, first match. Ding ding for the survival of either the Marvel Netflix characters or the Guardians of the Galaxy. Starting off, we have Elektra, who appeared, of course, in Daredevil Season 2. She's an agent of both the Hand and, I think, the Chaste is what they called the other organization. But she's your basic ninja-esque character. She's also batshit crazy. She is shown to take on like all the Defenders at once, I think, in the Defenders Netflix series.
And doesn't she have the ability to come back to life after a short period of time?
In the Netflix show, she only came back once. And her opponent is Mantis, who, of course, appeared in Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
Oh, you're not pairing her up against Gamora?
No. Mantis appeared in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Her main ability is being able to control, like, I thought control, but... Yeah.
Sense emotion.
Sense
She's an
emotion,
empath. Yeah.
An empath, put you to sleep, touch you, put you to sleep. You know how it is. We don't know much about what else she can do, but we know that if she touches you, you're going down. In Spider-Man's words, please don't put eggs in me. So this fight, along with the rest of these, is going to take place in an American football field. So there's maximum space for these two to have at it.
Okay.
And they start on opposite sides of the field. They're just plopped there. They're like, oh, where are we?
I would give it to...
I just want to say before, David, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
In the stands, I would like on one side of the stands to be the Purple Man,
Yeah.
who of course is played by David Tennant, and on the other side of the stands is Thanos. So there's two purple. Who's another Purple Man? Yes, and they're like, yeah, boo,
You suck.
you suck, Jessica.
I'd give it to Elektra.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe.
She has the intent to kill, as Mantis doesn't have the intent to kill.
Yes,
Yeah,
but what is?
Are they bloodlusted?
Yeah.
Or is it,
Are they in
is it
bloodlust
just
mode?
Regular.
Well, here's the thing, David. Elektra can't shoot anything. She can throw her size, but like most of her abilities, she has to get in close.
Technically,
but,
She has
Mantis
to
doesn't have a
touch someone.
gun. Mantis.
I
What if
feel,
she just stabbed her in the
death.
throat?
Yes,
I
but
feel like Elektra stabs as a warning. Like,
I'm just saying
A warning of something yet to come.
all Mantis has to do is get a touch in, but let's get a consensus. So, David, you're saying Elektra.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Is Mantis using weapons?
What do
No.
you think Mantis
yeah,
uses?
does Mantis have like
It'd
a
be pretty
ray gun or something?
No, she just has to
To be
touch
fair,
you.
if you give a gun versus Elektra on a football field, I think the guy with the gun will win. There's no
I
way-
can't aim.
Yeah, that's
She's going since.
Which one do I shoot?
I'd have to give it to Elektra.
Okay, Seth.
Yeah, I got it. I feel like
But the
Mantis
touch.
gets there. Yeah, no. I get what you mean, but like
It's like a hold. Though.
Mantis
You
would
can't just
like touch her and be like, "Oh, that's what you're feeling," and it's like a willpower thing, right?
No, well, she almost paralyzed Thanos,
Yeah, but
and Thanos must have a really strong will.
But
That was a
Thanos was
surprise
also
attack.
getting the shit beaten out of him by like 7 Avenger level people,
Okay,
Yeah,
and then Mantis was there.
I know, but like Mantis, we've seen her put people to sleep with
Yeah.
a touch. It's-
Yeah. We know what you mean. It's just like I feel as though when they come
they-
into close contact,
yeah.
Electro would just have to stab, and she'd be like, "Oh, I'm holding wound. Oh."
I was gonna say it's really hard to touch someone with a knife. Hey, you want
Yeah.
to try to touch me? I'll swing this hammer around.
I'll fucking kill you.
It's not what we're doing here. All right, I'll concede. So Elektra wins.
Okay,
Mantis is like, "Let me touch you." She's like, "No, stab."
stop.
Yeah,
I feel
Keep
okay.
stabbing.
Here, I'll give an even more into it. I feel like Elektra could discern. Like Elektra gets in close,
Yep.
right? They kind of fight
Yeah.
ish. Elektra just I feel like is good at dodging shit because ninja,
She dodged that.
and she'll
side.
figure out if she touches me something will happen,
Yeah, she keeps
and
trying
then
to touch
probably
me.
play like a ranged game type thing.
Right. Okay.
Is
Alright.
how I think it'll go.
Okay.
But
If Elektra was like, if this was like Claire versus Mantis, it'd be a different fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, but okay, all right. So Elektra stabs Mantis to death. Her corpse is thrown into the Thanos side, and he's like, "Yes, good."
This pleases me.
Yes, good. Yes. Next fight, also in a bit of a funny position here. Frank Castle, the Punisher,
okay,
expert military man, really good with guns, knives. Just a brutal son of a bitch.
now before you go on to
Yes.
the next person,
Yes.
what does Frank Castle have on him?
Okay, here's what I'm gonna say. For this match in particular, there's like a wall of weapons on like both sides
they just,
Okay.
of like
ball.
guns, like
Yeah.
what the characters are like specifically like trained to use.
Okay,
Like behind Frank, he's got like the shed from the end of Daredevil season 2,
okay.
and then
He's got the shed.
the shed, and he's gotta have the skull. None of this fucking he has to work up to the skull. No, he's got the fucking skull. And fighting him is Rocket Raccoon, who has his armory of big laser guns and traps and such. And yeah, Rocket Raccoon also very good with weapons. Very smart, very intelligent, a good trapster as we've seen in Guardians Volume 2.
Mm-hmm.
And he's way more talkative than Frank, I think.
For sure.
I'd like to see that interaction. You're a fucking raccoon. No, fuck you.
What's
Are you
that?
Trash Panda?
Trash panda.
I'm fighting a raccoon.
It would also just be the ultimate, like, whenever you're like, oh, hey, there goes Kingpin slamming a guy's head off in the car door. Hey, Groot exists somewhere in this universe.
Yeah.
Like, this is one of those. My family's dead.
I-
That's heavy. I'm a raccoon.
I don't.
That sucks, man.
I
but
feel as though Rocket would win
Okay, why?
because when it comes down to a weaponry fight,
Mm-hmm.
the far more advanced weaponry
I
kind
was
of.
gonna say if he comes
takes
with
the
all the
cake.
weapons that he has, maybe. I don't know. He's not bulletproof,
No, he's not.
so
It would just be like,
where's the fight? Are all these fights being taken place in that open football field?
Yes. There's
No
no
cover?
no cover.
It's just whoever's faster at
Well,
pulling a
he's-
trigger at this
faster.
point.
But
Dodge.
Punisher has a shed.
You're
Yes.
right. Punisher has a shed.
He's got shed. He's got cover. Hey, you know what? That shed is in front of him. Rocket's gun rack is in front of him. They have cover.
Okay.
Rocket's gun rack.
That sounds like an
Does Rocket have
attraction.
access
Booby
to
guns.
It sounds like an attraction at like Disney's like park. Come over to Rocket's gun rack to pick up some collectibles.
It's like where you can
Batters
go build
on
your
good.
own lightsaber,
Rocket
build
does
your own
use
rocket gun.
explosives more than
Yes,
Punisher
he's
there,
a big
so
fan of explosives.
I'm just
I think
saying,
the explosives
like,
would end up winning, especially if he's got like a rocket launcher or something.
Sure, but like Rocket, we don't know everything he's been through. We know like Frank was in the military for a long time.
yeah.
Wasn't Frank like ex-Navy SEAL?
No, he was like,
Or is he just, like,
a
Army
weird
infantry?
mercenary?
Isn't Rocket supposed to be like kind of like a super soldier, but put into the body of
Ro-
a rodent for some reason?
No, Rocket's more mercenary. Frank is more like Black Ops, like special forces.
Yeah.
Like what is it? Desert Storm kind of soldier.
Mm.
Oh,
Okay.
it's hard. I feel like they're an even playing field, unless maybe they get close to each other. Then I think.
I think they would have to because they would just like shoot. Because even we've seen that when Star-Lord reloads his plasma guns, it even shows that even he has to reload. even if his guns don't use bullets.
Yeah.
And you know, Rocket has guns that use bullets, and he has guns that shoot like plasma, whatever. So I feel like as soon as they run out of ammo, they'll kind of be forced to go hand to hand.
And I think a human has more hand to hand than a raccoon.
Because
Have you ever seen a person fight a raccoon?
Yes, I watched. In fact, hang on, I
Oh,
will
no.
fucking bring up a video
Oh,
in the
no.
background here. Keep going.
Okay.
I'll try to find it.
I mean, Rocket can scratch you.
He'll give you rabies.
He can give you rabies.
Space rabies.
Frank has to be there like, no, not space rabies.
I can't go to the doctor.
I like how I think about it is like because Rocket has like fucking lasers and shit.
Yeah,
I don't think a human can actually sustain taking a laser.
I know, but okay. I think everything Rocket has equates to like one
Thing
small
that-
army. And
Yeah.
Frank in Punisher season 1, like
He is.
he
a
is
small
one.
army.
He's one man army. Like you've seen Punisher season 1.
Yeah, I've seen that. I've
You
seen
remember the
Punisher.
flashback bit where he
Yeah.
takes down like a whole militia by himself?
Yeah,
He's covered in blood by the end of it.
like no, he's a madman. Like,
Yeah.
and also he has like a very high pain tolerance.
Oh, for real! Like he could take whatever Rocket can
He,
shoot.
he was
Deadpool
fighting
and
people
win.
when he had like a whole nail shoved through his foot.
Right.
Yeah.
And unlike most of the people he's fought that have given him a hard
and
time,
no
like,
people, it's not the bitch shit now. Like a legit railroad spike in his fucking foot.
yes. Like what's the worst Rocket has taken?
In that movie, pretty much. everything.
Physical or emotional?
Frank House is like, hey,
On
your
a scale
tree
of 1
died.
to I don't have a tree anymore.
Okay, yeah, here it is.
Twice.
Here it is. Fucking watch this man just yeet this raccoon across the fucking whoosh. Actual
Oh,
Rocket
God.
versus Frank gameplay.
There's a man who threw a raccoon down some stairs.
It's an urban,
Does the floss.
urban environment. Obviously, the Punisher would win.
Oh yes, of course. Just like in a forest,
Well,
Rocket would win.
This is such a tough one because if they're using absolutely everything they've ever used, that means Rocket has the Milano,
Oh no,
and that's just a big gun.
I wouldn't say you can't put that on a gun rack.
You can try.
You can put the thing that brings it to you.
Rocket could.
Yeah,
He'd build a gun rack on it.
Not counting the Milano,
Yeah.
because then Frank could be like, I don't know, I can use my van. I don't know, use
Don't
the
worry, my
Punisher van.
my van can
Does,
fight this fucking
Quick
spaceship.
to the Punisher movie.
Does Frank got microchip?
Microchip. He pulls open the van door. Microchip's like, Frank, why am I here? Quick, hack that
Is that a
raccoon.
raccoon?
Hack the raccoon.
Raccoon.
Do
I
it,
gotta-
you fucking nerd.
I mean, yeah.
I think I gotta give it to Raccoon though. I honestly,
Okay.
I think the Raccoon takes this one because you have Frank who will try to line up a shot, and Rocket probably has some auto target bullshit
Okay.
that he can just be like,
He's probably-
bang.
He's probably dual wielding assault rifles. So like
Okay.
alien assault rifles.
So Seth is down on Rocket.
Yeah, I'm down with
Brendan?
Rocket.
I think I gotta say Rocket too.
Mm,
Uh,
I
yeah.
think I do.
All right, Rocket.
Trash panda.
Rocket takes it, man.
And it's just because of technology.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Like
He's
if Frank fucking beats him in everything else.
But I don't think Frank will have like a laser gun on him.
I think in this fight, Rocket almost kills Frank. Frank loses, crawls over to the Purple Man's side, and he's just embarrassed. He just dies of embarrassment.
yeah. Lost to a raccoon.
And Purple Man's like, next fight. Ding, ding, ding. We have Danny Rand, the Iron Fist, fresh off of his successful season 2. He's coming in with his Iron Fist and his martial arts and his chi control. And he's coming in and he's fighting Groot. Now, we're going to go with the Guardians Volume 1 Groot, where he's like where he's adult, where he's Prime Groot. Groot Prime.
Apex.
Omega Groot.
Omega Groot, where he can, extend his limbs, he's super strong, and he's a tree man.
I feel like maybe once he gets a hold,
You could tell this was like the odd fight out.
Yeah.
There's not much you can do. I mean, unless you put him.
I
against
thought he
Gamora,
was
but
gonna
even
fight
Gamora
Drax.
Nah, man. We got an Iron Fist and a Wooden Fist.
Is that how we do it?
So is
there's always like a play on the fights.
Yeah, a little bit. I mean,
weird question.
Okay.
Weird question.
Yes.
Is chi just life energy?
I would-
Pretty much is, like,
I would say
lifeless.
so, because Marvel Chi, by the extent of what we've seen in Iron Fist, is just like something everyone has that few can control.
Okay.
Does the tree have chi?
I don't think
Is
so.
Groot the guardian of life? Because if he is, that means if one can control the chi, one can control the Groot.
I mean, when I say control chi, I mean he
Yeah.
can control his own chi.
yeah.
Yeah.
He's not like
He
chi
can't.
bending or nothing.
Can't manipulate.
Yeah. he
I
just-
think if Groot does that thing that he did in the first one, where he like stabs him and then just back and
If
forth-
Groot just stabs him, he wins.
I don't know. Wait, I like the process of this where Brandon's like, if he just does that technique he uses in the very first film,
tree stab.
where he stabs him through the stomach. That's true. It's true. Iron Fist is not immune to stabs or bad reviews.
Yeah, not gonna lie, Groot's kind of a madman when it comes to stabbing
and
people.
he technically survived that Giga explosion too.
But could
I mean-
Danny talk him into a false sense of security? Because
Can he
Groot,
understand?
I feel like is kind of gullible,
Oh, of course he is.
I am Groot.
and Danny's all like peaceful.
Yeah.
Like, if Danny knew he had to kill this tree thing, I feel like he would try not to be aggressive about it. He'd be like, "I'm sorry, I gotta put you down."
Like,
But he would look at his
fire.
fist for 3 minutes and then
Yeah.
That-
then fight. He'd be like, "Hold on, oh."
Wait a minute.
Should I punch him or kick him?
Should I stay or should I
I
go?
think Groot wins this one.
All right, Brendan's down on Groot.
Groot.
He's locked in on the Groot.
He's very big.
What you said?
What's the biggest guy he's taken down? Iron Fist. I mean.
Iron Fist?
Luke Cage?
Yeah, that's true. He can punch Luke Cage.
Well, that's the biggest guy he's taken down, I should say.
Yeah, and Luke Cage has invulnerable skin.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, but
Groot's a
wasn't that
tree.
like a fluke? Like Luke Cage's power went just glitched for a second.
No, if
No, really?
Danny's Iron Fist can punch Luke Cage as if he had normal skin.
Ah.
Fluke Cage.
Luke Cage. Magic supersedes science.
God damn it, Superman.
Yeah.
Yeah, David, you got a pick for this?
I'm gonna go with Iron Fist.
Okay. He's just
I
gonna,
feel like Iron Fist. So.
Yeah.
It would be like a Groot sends out his little tendril thingies,
Yeah,
right?
Yep.
And Iron Fist could just punch them and break them. Like,
Because she is.
but Groot just keeps making more.
Yeah.
Because she is pretty weird and kind of broken.
She's
in the
OP,
Marvel-
like.
in the Marvel universe, comic wise and TV wise.
Mm.
But Tree is better than Chi.
Yeah, Chi Tree.
What if Groot rooted himself in the earth and got the Earth's chi?
Yeah.
Earth chi?
I feel as though it'd probably come down to Danny empowers his fist with the chi energy and just obliterate Groot.
Like, what do you mean obliterate? Like, he shoots a beam because he can't shoot beams.
No, punch obliterate an enhanced punch.
Okay, that's what I thought.
But see, this comes down to the what wins, the stick or the entire U.S. military. If you break the stick, you get more stick.
Okay,
but
but-
it doesn't multiply.
He does, well, no, he doesn't. It's more like he dies and then he creates a new Groot. But that's the
Yeah.
thing. Like, we've seen between the death of first Groot and the birth of new Groot, there is a time span between the new Groot being
Yeah.
born.
Yeah.
So I think in that time frame, that would count as a win. I would count that as a win.
And then in next life, Groot becomes best friends.
And
with
Danny
Hank.
could just eat the stick because he's a fucking hippie or something. Like,
Smoke it or
He's a
something, I
vegetarian.
I
guess.
guess.
Whatever.
Gets on that peyote shit.
monk-
And
Crush it to natural herbs.
And spicy.
All right, so we got one for Groot, we got one for Iron Fist. And Seth, you're our tiebreaker.
No,
You're a tree breaker.
this one's weird.
Or fist breaker.
This one's really weird.
Is the
Potentially.
bark worse than its
I
bite?
think.
Bark.
Absolutely yes.
I think I gotta
Because
give
I am
it.
Groot.
I think I gotta give it to Groot.
Okay.
I think Groot
Alright,
wins this
Groot.
one.
Groot defeats Iron Fist.
Dang. Darn
Just like the
winning.
critics.
Yeah.
Groot's like, your show. Groot's like, I am Groot, and Danny's like, oh, my feelings.
That really hurt.
And then Groot puts on the binion. So yeah.
Shit.
So Groot cuts off Iron Fist's hand, and Iron Fist goes
Hi,
home.
Danny Rand. This is your tape.
Alright, next fight. It's a chick fight. We have Jessica Jones, the hard drinking, street hitting detective, who's super strong, who can almost fly, and is very durable.
Got some leaps.
She's got some mad hops.
Sick ups.
Versus Gamora, the deadliest woman in the galaxy, who's green, and Gamora is, of course, packing her two swords.
Is Gamora just an orc?
I mean,
Gamorca.
Jesus.
Gamorca.
Gamorca.
Daka.
I will say
Gamorca.
I
the,
like how you give Jessica Jones this intro and then Gamora's green.
okay. Wait, here's the thing. Jessica Jones. I think the max weight. I've seen her lift concrete. I've seen her
in the car.
The car. She's pulled a heat radiator out of the wall. And then Gamora, the most I've seen her strong. She picked up the cannon of one of those spaceships in Guardians 2 and fired it. That was one of my
Yeah.
favorite scenes. Like, just walking down the hall.
I feel like Guardians 2 didn't need to have that Nebula versus Gamora fight. It just kind of was there and ended with just.
But was it fun?
Alright, we're good.
Yeah,
But was it
we're
a
cool
good
now?
fight?
We're cool.
Yeah,
we're had
we're
it
good
out.
now?
It's like a sibling fight. It's like, alright, we got our system.
It basically is. Was it? I think.
Do you think wait, hold on, here's another question. Do you think Thanos in the crowd would be like, boo Gamora, or like, yeah, Gamora?
He'd be crying.
That's my girl!
Like, what have I done?
Yeah.
He's
The
using
purple
reality-
man's like,
he's using a
"Mm,
reality
yes."
stone to do this.
Yeah, this is the most like purple inflected fight.
Hmm.
Yeah, Jessica, go!
I think.
Could Gamora take one punch from Jessica Jones?
She's durable, yes. She can
So,
take a
I
punch.
think maybe
She has
then,
cybernetics and she was trained by Thanos.
Yes.
Yep.
I think he's gonna say.
I gotta give it to Gamora.
Wait,
Okay.
is Nebula in this Guardians crew? Is she considered in this?
Not in this, no.
Okay, I'm making sure. That was
Alright, so you're saying
Well,
Gamora
gotta
because she
give it-
has the skill.
Yeah, Jessica's just
A brawler.
essentially a street thug.
yeah. She's like a powerhouse.
Yeah.
Class kind of character.
Okay, so that's one from Gamora. Brandon?
I don't know. Pass over for me.
All right,
David,
David?
you know?
Well, how
Between
hard
these two.
can
Pass over.
These two vixens.
okay? So how hard can Jessica Jones realistically hit?
She
It depends on how hard her punch.
she
is.
can't knock out Luke Cage, but she has like hurt him.
Which is kind of impressive. Although I think Gamora could be Luke Cage. So
I don't.
personally
He has
think- I
pretty
think
hard
she could be-
skin.
Yeah, I feel like Gamora would definitely be stronger than
I
Luke
shouldn't say
Cage.
beat. I think she could like
Hurt.
knock him down and then maybe
Push him over.
then leave and keep him out of commission or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, okay.
But
I
don't know if she could.
yeah, Jessica
Physically
Jones.
beat
She's hurt Luke Cage, physically and emotionally.
have.
She's broken through concrete.
Had his baby.
She's lifted cars and shit.
Carsway.
She had sex with Luke Cage and broke the bed 3 times. So that's durability.
Yeah, it's true.
That's a factor. We got to factor in that test of
Yeah, I was gonna
durability.
say, is Gamora stronger than a bed?
Now we're getting to the real
The
question.
nitty gritty of this, yeah.
I would-
shit.
I-
Gamora stronger
I'm
than
gonna
a
like
man?
say in the middle about it
Okay.
because
Oh,
like obviously like Gamora has like skills, fighting prowess, weaponry,
Yep.
like weaponry and cybernetics.
Yeah.
He has a sword.
The other thing too is like
Two
Jessica's
swords.
Jessica's
That's true.
fought ninjas
Yeah.
Okay.
in Defenders.
Is Jessica herself like skin resistant?
No, but
she
she's-
can jump really high.
She can
and,
still she can get bruised, she can get cut, but like the fact is she takes a lot of damage and still walks away from it. It's kind of
That's why I'm on her side a bit.
it's not so much strength as it is just pure stubbornness
Yeah.
and the alcohol that numbs the pain.
Yeah. It's mostly yeah.
Actually,
mostly-
so that's another question. How much has Jessica had to drink before this fight? Because
The usual, so she's not
usual,
she's
so
not
she's
full.
hungover.
Yeah, she's hungover, which factors in. It hurts her brain, but it's also like, oh, I'm angrier now.
I would just say like Jessica Jones if she can get a punch in.
Okay, all right. So we got one for Jess, one for Gamora. Brendan, you're the tiebreaker.
I think I'll have to put it on Jessica Jones.
Oh shit, we got to win for Jessica Jones.
Yeah, I'm
I
thinking
should probably
about
put
really,
I think so.
points next to this.
I don't think she could take your axe off.
Hold on, I'm just putting points next to these ones to say. So Rocket run that one. To Groot and Iron Fist one. It was Groot, right?
Groot.
Yeah.
Groot.
Brutus.
And then JJ won that one.
Brutus.
Brutus. I'm Brutus.
Et tu, Brutus?
Actually, I should probably relabel these as Defenders or Guardians. Alright, so yeah. Elektra won that one. She stabbed Mantis.
Elektra stab Mantis.
And then Groot stabbed Iron Fist.
Yeah, odds are he definitely did that.
Okay, so we're 2 for 2. Alright. Next matchup we have here is Luke Cage, indestructible skin, super strong, the hero of Harlem, faster than Usain Bolt. That was confirmed in season 2. And his opponent is Drax, who has knives, but he's also really strong.
And a little bit on the slow side.
A little slow, but he's durable. If he stands perfectly still, he can turn invisible.
It's been proven in the movie.
Basically been confirmed. Yeah.
Yeah, but he can turn. Very strong. Very, very like a break. Fighting is the thing that he's best at. And he
Mhm.
doesn't even have to be smart to do it.
It's true.
But yeah, Luke Cage versus Drax. I think the daggers would probably go out the window because
no. See, Luke Cage's skin may be impenetrable, but if
Yeah.
he jumps inside of Luke Cage and stabs him from the inside,
Yeah.
he can get through.
That sounds like a Drax thing.
Drax is just like, I have to get inside you, and Luke is like, hold up. Your green friend over there maybe, but hold up. Yeah, it's true. Luke could just like sleep with one of Drax's female friends, as he does.
It's easy enough. Yeah, I was gonna say.
I'd say Luke. I'm
Okay,
going for Luke for this one.
all right, going
I'd
Luke.
probably do Luke too.
Oh, okay, all right, Seth.
Apparently, my vote doesn't matter.
Who would have you
Holy
voted for?
shit! Huh?
It's because Drax badmouthed Disney, so he has a handicap.
No, I'm just saying because Luke has like impenetrable skin.
Yeah, but I mean, Jessica Jones
So does
did
Thanos.
harm Luke.
Thanos has stabbable skin,
Yeah.
and he won.
Mm.
Yeah, but Jessica Jones did beat him up.
He did, but she didn't knock him out until she had a shotgun. Shotgun.
Drax's fist
In the
is
mud.
strong as a shot.
Was that in the last fight? Did
What?
she have a shotgun in the last fight?
No, she doesn't have a shot. It wasn't hers to shoot.
That wasn't hers to shoot.
It
Because
wasn't hers.
that fight is way different.
Is the shed still there from the Punisher fight?
No, it's been moved.
There was an intermission.
Some guys came out,
The corpse
lifted it
went
off.
yeah, the corpse
Some
went
Chitari came out, wiped it off.
Thanos used the reality gem to make that go away.
Sure, that'd probably be what's causing all this fighting in the first place.
Yeah, right. He and Purple Man had a bet, and we're here now.
He has a bet with a fucking human. Like,
What? He's a Purple Man, just like him, except not in literal sense. Who would have you voted for?
honestly, I probably would have given it to Drax.
Okay, all right. So Luke wins.
I think Drax has enough strength to beat him up.
Well, it seems in this fight, Drax's skills were lukewarm. All right, so that's one for defenders.
You know, that's how he came up with this entire episode. Is he just thought about that and was like, "Fuck it."
What's
Versus
Luke-
episode.
He
What is
couldn't do it last because everyone would suspect it. But
No,
it got
what?
suspected anyway.
No, I did it because both these franchises are dying. So, next one, final fight. Here we go. Ting ting.
Star-Lord and Daredevil, huh?
Hey, you don't know Daredevil, the man without fear, in his red costume.
Red?
He carries his.
It's important, damn it!
When I was a boy.
He carries his grappling batons. Or I guess the batons are like nightsticks. How would you even?
Like,
Eskrima sticks?
I mean, it's
Billy
really
clubs.
like they're Billy clubs.
He's got his grappling billy clubs. He's got his senses and all that. He's fought ninjas. He's very durable, as we've seen. He enjoys hallways.
Was
Yeah,
taught by a
oh
also
boy.
a blind man.
Yes, taught by another blind ninja. And he's a lawyer, so he has the law on his side. And then his opponent is Peter Quill, Star-Lord, with his plasma rifles, plasma grenades, other explosives.
Well, if you think about it, right? I mean, Peter Quill is a Ravager, and being a Ravager means you're an outlaw, which means, you have the law fighting you, and fucking...
It works.
Matt Murdock
Like,
beats him
you're-
in the courtroom.
You're a
Like,
criminal.
He had it coming.
He's a criminal. He had it coming.
Dun dun.
Dun, dun, Law and Order. House
capital
Kitchen.
punishment.
That's the closing argument, I guess. But yeah, Daredevil versus Star-Lord. Remember, Daredevil, you can basically see better than a person with actual sight could.
Well, he also fought people with guns too, and he kind of came out a-okay.
Oh
out
yeah,
of it.
he can dodge bullet fire. He can the other thing too is I imagine plasma rifles like Quill's have a bit more like he could smell the plasma being created in the gun. You know what I mean? Like he's like,
How
oh,
would you know what plasma it's not like?
He would just know that something's.
It smells like plasma.
Yeah.
Because hey, he lives next to a neon
He'd
sign.
smell something hot.
Daredevil's apartment is right next to a big neon sign.
Smells
And I'm
hot.
pretty sure you can see plasma better than you can see a bullet. So.
And the heat.
Yeah.
The heat. It generated.
The heat, yep.
Yeah.
But could Star-Lord blast his music and distract Daredevil?
Hey, Star-Lord
Okay,
did
but
fight
also
a
we
living planet.
also gotta take in turns that Peter also fights dirty.
He does.
He fights very dirty.
But Daredevil, Daredevil doesn't fight dirty, but, he gets
He
messy.
does fight to win. So.
He fights to win. He gets
Most
brutal.
people do, but
In Season 3, he wraps, Muay Thai ropes around his fists.
Ooh.
Yeah. So, he'll get brutal. We've seen what he does to guys.
When I was a boy.
what does he do to girls?
And Daredevil, he's always on that edge of, almost killing someone. I just feel like...
But then there's Ego too. The Ego fight that Quill did.
Yes, but he's not
But
on...
He did have the cool powers.
Yeah, he was on Ego during that fight, so he had cool powers. but now he's on a football field. So he has the power
We don't know
of
if
patriotism.
Is the football field confirmed not to be on Ego?
It's not on Ego, no.
Okay.
It's on Earth.
Damn.
It's on Earth.
So he's just a guy.
But it's in House. It's not in Hell's Kitchen though.
Damn.
So
Okay.
both of them are on even footing.
Oh, he also has those weird jetpack boots too, doesn't he?
He does. I feel like
Yeah.
even then it would be
I
easier.
was
Like
gonna say it's not like Daredevil can't see people
Yeah.
in the air though.
yeah, Daredevil would not
But-
have a hard time
Yeah, no,
detecting
I
where
was
Star
like-
Lord is.
No, I was just saying that because like he would just fly around him.
He probably wouldn't even know that he was blind fighting him.
Oh yeah, he
I
would.
don't think anyone does really.
You can't really tell when he's got the costume on. Daredevil could just like throw a thing at Quill and you just fall out of the sky.
I think I'm still giving it to Quill.
Okay,
I think I'm giving it to Quill because I'm sure he'd figure out.
He does have those lockdown grenades, Quill.
Well, there's that, yeah. But I think Quill is smart enough to figure out that Daredevil reacts to sound
Okay.
more than
That's true.
sight.
Uh-huh.
And I really think that he would blast his music, throw it that way, do something this way, and Daredevil would be like, wait.
No, I don't know. I feel like he still could though, because Daredevil can he can detect multiple targets.
Yeah, he can, but remember, you start splitting things
Yeah.
and everything, and that mind now has to focus on this thing.
Sure, but
now
if-
there's a bullet coming at me this way, and there's a thing over here.
Sure, but if Star Lord is running one way, if he's
Yeah.
running, you got the sound of him running on the grass, whereas the music is just going off this other way. Even if Star Lord's flying, you can still hear like the jet
The
boosters.
hum.
Yeah. So I feel like Daredevil would not be he wouldn't be what is it? Dim enough to be like, oh, the floating sound of music. That's clearly where Star Lord is.
But that's where you get confused because he actually ran with the music and threw his boots over there.
Threw his boots off. I guess he is kind of like
He would definitely do something.
he's
stupid
clever
like
in
that.
the unconventional way.
I would say in a matter of
I'm
like
In a
I'm
hand-to-hand
thinking
fight-
it's Star
In a
Lord.
hand-to-hand fight, I think Daredevil
Oh.
would win.
Hands down, Daredevil wins in hand to hand, but I think he'd get shot before.
Okay, so
Anything would
Seth is
happen.
giving it to Star Lord.
Yeah, because I think he'd get locked down. He'd throw one of the lockdown grenades. It would like move his hand out of the way and lock him in.
Oh
place.
wait, that's not even lock. I think that was magnetic
or magnetic. Oh,
because
right.
Iron Man had
Is he
the.
metal?
No, he's got like Kevlar.
That's true. He could be okay.
Yeah, he could be
Because
okay.
the
Yeah, well, I mean,
don't know,
his clubs are metal.
Yeah,
Yeah, but he'd lose those. But I mean, he still can fight hand.
yeah.
Yeah, he could still fight hand to hand, but like
He
you
can
take those
still-
clubs away from him, Daredevil goes down significantly.
You take the if you take the book
That's
close
true.
away, he loses range.
Yeah,
That's true. Yeah.
So he's still
Because
throwing at you.
Yeah.
and I
Still
mean,
scary. A blind
I'm
man
pretty
running
sure.
at you.
Yeah,
The devil
the devil running at you.
is Quill. Does Quill believe in God?
I don't think so.
Is he? I know. Was he religious? He grew up in like Minnesota or
He's
something.
probably got like that kid childish. Well, I don't want to say childish because it sounds
Yeah,
mean.
he probably
but,
has like that innate fear
Yeah,
of
yeah.
like, oh no, it's yeah, because he at least knows like Jesus is a thing.
Or I think he's a freak or something.
Of,
still.
like,
I mean, he's used to freaks though.
What
so-
master do you serve? What am I supposed to say? Jesus, the devil.
no, I think I don't know. I want to give it to Daredevil
Mm-hmm.
because he'd obviously recognize the sound of a reloading gun.
Yeah, like when it comes to weapons, he's not often do
This
weapons.
one's hard. Like
bypass him. That's why I saved it for the last one. Yeah, like Daredevil is not like new to like any kind of weapon necessarily. He's like, oh,
Mhm.
this thing's a hazard to me. Let me knock it away or get away from it.
yeah, you're obviously doing something with it.
Yeah,
But Peter has the element of surprise and his
Yeah, Peter fights so unlike anyone
else.
that he's dealt with.
Sure.
So
I mean, he got the jump on like Spider-Man
yeah,
somehow, because he threw a net on him. That's true. I forgot he has. He doesn't have that holding grenade, but he has nets.
Yeah,
Ha! Pocket sand.
that would really throw Daredevil off.
A net. Oh no.
I've never experienced something. I think that the Lord of Stars would win.
Okay, David, who was your vote?
I was gonna go for Daredevil.
All right. Well, Star Lord wins it, which means we have a tie.
Damn, really? We tied all of them.
Yeah, we tied
No,
all of
it's
them.
Thanos versus the Purple
Yeah,
Man.
that's a tiebreaker. Here we go.
Does Thanos have his snap?
No,
Okay.
he doesn't have the Infinity Gauntlet.
Does he have it?
Does he have ears?
He does have ears,
Does he? Is it confirmed?
Purple Man
but
wins.
he's also strong-willed. Because we saw how Mantis was
We
trying
saw
to
him make
like.
those hard choices, and they were.
But that's his power is a little different from Mantis's though.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, here's the thing: can Thanos reach Purple Man before Purple Man opens his mouth?
yes.
How far away are they? The football field distance.
Are they literally on opposite sides of the football field?
For this one, I feel like they both got off the stand, so they're on opposite sides, but from the
Oh,
other way.
From the other way, Thanos wins. I mean,
Yo, Thanos! Kill
Oh,
yourself!
that's true. He can yell.
That's true. He
Kill
can
him.
scream.
But Thanos is because he's smart.
Yo,
Thanos.
Thanos, stop breathing.
Oh shit, you right.
Well, then he just holds his breath and still goes after him to kill him. It's a very
True.
funny
Because
fight.
If you're gonna say if Thanos kills himself by holding his breath, maybe he can hold his breath for hours.
Oh, it's true. He's an alien. He isn't. He's been in space. He doesn't need oxygen.
Yeah, screw that shit.
So we're giving it to Thanos.
I give it.
Of course.
All right, then the
Yeah,
Guardians win.
MCU Thanos is significantly weaker than.
Yeah.
Oh god, yeah.
The Netflix shows are flushed down the universal toilet, and the Guardians get one more year to prove themselves.
We'll see in this next movie.
Perfectly balanced.
Not
As all things should be.
Perfectly
It's
balanced.
technically it's not directed by Gunn, but they're using his script still.
They're using a script. But yes, the Guardians win. Now this fight was not inspired by a lukewarm joke. It was just inspired because like one of the fights I wanted to do was like the Avengers versus the Defenders, or the Avengers
Yep.
versus the Guardians, and what I found was like the Avengers are like miles stronger than either of these teams just because of Thor and Hulk. But I noticed when thinking about these matchups, like, hey, you know what teams are like pretty on level? The Guardians and the Defenders, oddly enough, which I thought was kind of funny because they come from such different worlds.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I would have done more or less like Gamora versus Elektra though.
I know you would have, but I did.
I think Gamora would have won that.
See, that's
It
the
would
thing.
have been
That's
a really cool fight though.
yes, but again, I feel like Brennan said, Gamora has the edge on strength. Like I wanted to keep it so, because Elektra's one of the only characters on this list who doesn't really have superpowers.
She's
Yeah.
she's very well trained
Yes,
and has 2 sides.
she has manners. But
She has manners.
she's very well trained. She has manners. And then with what is it? With Mantis, we never see her fight hand to hand necessarily.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so she's probably on the same strength level of.
Right. Like she might not have the skill, but she at least has a power that could tip the scales and make it not perfectly balanced. But I like how this fight came out
You
with
know who
it.
wins the whole thing, though? Piranha Plant.
Fuck. But yeah, this perfectly balanced fight was brought to you by us. Next week we'll have more news for you guys, but otherwise, thanks for listening. Go to panorama.podbean.com, panorama.blogspot.com. We're on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Spotify, and Anchor. And we'll see you guys next week. Goodbye.
Peace.